Hi, my name is Russ from TRIGGERcmd, and I want to show you how to use the MCP server for TRIGGERcmd with a tool like Claude, although you can use it with other tools like VS Code, because VS Code is also a client for large language models like, Claude or GPT-5, that kind of thing. You can also use it with online tools like Mistral, but anyway, let me show you how you would use it. I've got um, I've got this MCP server installed, and it's got by default it has these two tools: list commands, which lists all your TRIGGERcmd commands; run command, which just runs a command, but you have to specify the computer and the command and optionally some parameters. And then I've also got these other tools that are really just commands that I've specified. Uh, I've filled in this MCP tool description for, because if you fill that in, then the uh, the MCP server, it's not really a server. I'll show you how to install it in a minute, but it's just an exe you download. Although there's another form that TRIGGERcmd has. It's either streamable HTTP or standard IO. Those are the two forms. The one you download is standard IO. The one that you just point to a URL, that's sort of a server. But they're both called MCP servers. It doesn't matter. I'll show you. Anyway, this is how you use it. You fill in the MCP tool description. I mean, this is the more powerful way to use it. You can also just, like I said, you can specify like run calculator on new laptop. That's what I've called this laptop in my TRIGGERcmd computer list. So there it is. It just ran calculator. Not too exciting. But that, in that case, my calculator command doesn't even have an MCP tool description, but it didn't need one because I was using the run command tool and just specifying the command in the computer. But say I want to, let's say I want to use this notepad one where I've actually given it a description. I told it it's a light bulb. It's not really. I've lied to the LLM, but just bear, let's just make believe this command would turn a light bulb on in my office, and it takes parameters on, off, or a color like red, green, blue, because it's a color light bulb. All right, so let me try that. Turn my office light red. And I could say like make my office light, or make my lights in my office red, or something. I can say it in all different ways because logically it's the same thing, and that's what you're dealing with when you work with in a large language model. So okay, it ran notepad with a parameter of red, which like this is what it really would do. Like if I just ran notepad red, it just tries to open a red.txt file. So okay, so a cooler, I guess a more useful demonstration is this. I'll show you. So this tool description is shows a specific YouTube video. Sorry, shows a specific video on my upstairs Roku. I should say YouTube video, but anyway. And the parameter specifies the video by its YouTube video ID. I guess that's where I've specified YouTube. Anyway, here's how it works. I'll say play a Johnny FPV YouTube video on my upstairs Roku. And what it should do, because I've got this this other MCP server called YouTube, and it's got a search YouTube videos tool. So it's going to use that tool to find the video. Oh, and I see it's playing on my Roku in front of me. I know, sorry you don't get to see it, but so it looked it up and sent the YouTube video ID as the parameter to this command. And that command again is, well, sorry, that command is this batch file, and you can see it takes a parameter, %1 is the first parameter. And this is the IP address of my Roku. So yeah, that's how that works. And I could say, play a different video. Hopefully it'll remember. Yep, it knew I still wanted to play a Johnny a PV video, and still on my upstairs Roku, and so now it's playing a different one. And I see that it's playing it, and it's a pretty cool video. You should look it up. I think that's it. Oh, no, it's not it. I need to show you this too. How to install it. If you go to the website, TRIGGERcmd.com, and go to trigger methods, you'll see all these different methods of triggering your commands. Here's the online streamable HTTP version. It works with online tools like Mistral, and hopefully soon, ChatGPT. But this one is what I'm using now with Claude Desktop. And here's a YouTube video. I'm going to replace it with the one I'm recording now, because the audio is pretty bad on that one. But anyway, here's the link to the GitHub for the source code for this MCP server. But down here you can find the couple options for how to run it. But the simple way is to just download the exe and then refer to it in your mcp.json if you're using VS Code or Cursor. But in Claude Desktop, which is what I just showed, that this is what it looks like. You just you edit this file and plop that in there, and then restart Claude, and it works. It also works with if you've got Docker, you can also use it this way. But and one thing I should mention is if you use the exe and don't give it an environment variable of TRIGGERcmd token, because you can also do that. But if you don't give it one, it'll look for your token in your home folder under .triggercmd data, because that's where it's stored. I think that's it. But let me know what you think. On the forum, if you've got any questions, just post in here, and I'll answer you. Thanks for watching.